Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Staying Forever Strong. Today I have a special guest. Not that every guest isn't special, but I have former bachelorette contestant, Britt. Her name is Britt Byrne, and I'm really excited to see how she stays positive during hard times. Hey Britt.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really warm.
I know, I'm sweating.
I just noticed I'm really hot. But I'm doing really well. I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm hanging in there as much as I can, so.
I know it's crazy times right now. But yeah, we're doing good.
At least it's actually pretty warm today, so in Michigan.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Oh, wow. That's
so.
I love that you're from Michigan. It makes me feel like I know you.
I know. I feel like I know you so well already. And we're really close to each other too. So like Birmingham, West Bloomfield.
Little water bottle.
See? I love that. I know, it's so crazy. Like, what a small world.
Yep.
So would you want to tell me, just in my listeners, kind of what helps to keep you strong during hard times or positive?
Yeah, of course. So, I mean, I guess I'll just talk about right now, because right now is,
yeah,
no time than now, and the world is just so crazy right now. And I'm sure people don't know, but actually really recently, the house I was living in burned down, and I'm pregnant. And so it's actually been a really good opportunity for me to be like, okay, what do I do to stay peaceful, stay strong, stay grounded, not let fear or panic drive me. And so it's been a really good opportunity. And basically, so first I'll talk about what I don't do.
Okay.
So since we lost our house, we're in a rental right now, which is amazing. But with the virus, we're quarantined, and I've just noticed so many people feeling really fearful and panicking. And so I've been kind of thinking and praying, and I'm like, what do I do to not fall into that? Because I can go there, anyone can go there, right? Like, we can all say yes to anxiety. So what I've been really, really careful, to not do is I'm not going on social media all the time. Like, I don't just scroll through. I'll post something and delete it from my phone, because I just feel, and even when I'm looking at people that I love, I don't follow anything gruesome or terrible. It's all just my friends. But there's actually something psychological that I find that if I'm just on it all the time, I start feeling anxious and depressed. And so I have been doing that. I don't check the news every 5 minutes. I don't, I haven't been just watching TV mindlessly.
Yeah.
I've been really trying to utilize this time to read, because that makes me feel like I'm doing something positive. I journal a lot, because, with the fire, with the quarantine, being pregnant especially, we're going to have a baby in 2 months, and there's just been a lot of, transition. I've been journaling, and I'm like, oh my gosh, having all of this downtime, I'm really able to learn about who I am. I'm finding all this stuff, because when you're running around, it's just really easy to live distracted, and those don't come up. But, now that we're quiet and at home, all these things are rising up. So I'm just taking the opportunity to write them down and kind of ask God what's going on. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, some body image stuff is coming up from being pregnant. Let's pray through that. Where does that come from? How do we get rid of that? How do we get to peace there? Or, I'm feeling fearful about this or that, and just expressing it and letting it out, and kind of just wrestling with it with God. I'm like, what a better time.
Yeah.
I feel like if people do it right, if we do it right, we could all come out of this time glowing. You know what I mean? We could all come out of this quarantine so much healthier, so much stronger, if we don't just turn to the distractions and we kind of pray for the discomfort that comes up, because then hey, you can use it to flex those muscles of figuring out who you are and dealing with stuff so that you're strong at the end, instead of just, I distracted myself through it and waited till it was over, and I'm a little more anxious for it. You know what I mean? And another huge thing is just that's keeping me from being anxious and fearful is making sure that I'm checking in with myself. Am I carrying other people's burdens? Am I trying to carry the weight of the world right now? Because especially with the virus, it's scary. And of course I want to be compassionate. You know, people are getting sick. Some people are even dying. That's not good. And I don't ever want to invalidate that that's real, but also living in constant fear of that happening to me or to my loved ones or in the world or what's going to happen with the economy. It's actually not helpful. And I actually can't really solve it. All I can do is stay home, right? The government's asking to stay home. So I can stay home, wash my hands, and pray for people that are ill or whatever. But that's really it. And just kind of being okay with letting the rest go and like giving it back to God. Like that's not my burden to like fear for the whole world's safety.
Right.
Has been so refreshing. Just kind of like trying to be as little amount of like codependency as I can live in is the best for me. Cause I can tend to be codependent, solve everyone's problems. And it's kind of like, oh, I can't. And so I'm just like, okay, what can I be grateful for? You know, I have like a gratitude list that's helpful. And, you know, making sure I'm journaling, checking in, listening to things that are positive, not negative, you know, the really obvious stuff. It's a really good opportunity to kind of see where you're at, you know?
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Instead of run from it.
I think too, like we talked about earlier, but like with my chronic pain and stuff, I think it's helped me to realize too, like what I'm grateful for, or to like stay positive in things, because it's always bad. So like to try, and so it's kind of helped me to not freak out so much.
Yes, totally. Absolutely. And it's like, I was going to say kind of the same thing. This time where we're boxed in and we can't do things, it's actually a time for us to be like, wow, I'm really grateful for the way my life usually is, all the freedom that I have. You know what I mean? That we are allowed to go drive around wherever we want, go by, you know, all the little things that we take for granted now that they're kind of away. It's like, oh, wow, I should be grateful for those when they come back. You know, it's like it's stomach flu or something, and then it goes away. You're like, I am so grateful to feel normal. So just using it to be grateful, and also like just catching up with people. Like I've been trying to use my phone for just actually calling people instead of, you know, what on Facebook are they doing? I'm like, why don't I ask them? And like, how can I help you? What's happening? Like process life with people, you know, is feeling really valuable, and also strengthening just to actually connect. You know what I mean? In a weird way, the fact that we can't connect is like, well, we could just press into that and get creative and actually connect to people that we don't talk a lot. And so I've been doing that. It's been super cool.
Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more with like everything you're saying. It's just all about like self-reflection and to take care of yourself. Like this is the time to really take care of yourself first.
Yes. And and just, again, so many things will come up when you're silent that don't come up normally, because we're so busy, you know, in America, right?
World,
we're so 2020. And now that a lot of things have slowed down, it's like, what if we actually slowed down instead of just trying to fill time up, you know, so it feels like comfortable. Like, what if, you know, this fear is coming up and we ask, why do I have this fear? How do I get rid of it? Like, what's happening in me? Like, you know, it's, oh, hi. So someone walked by. Anyways, so basically just checking in with yourself instead of pushing it down and distracting has been my biggest struggle, and also like strengthening. I feel it as it's turning into a positive thing that I'm kind of looking forward to. And I honestly feel like I'll look back at this time like, wow, I'm glad that happened. I probably wouldn't have learned those things any other way than being forced to.
Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. Is there,
if you want, you can tell us your YouTube channel or Instagram, wherever you can be found.
Oh yeah, you know what? My Instagram it's Britt, Britt, Carolina, spelled like Carolina the state with a K, Byrne, and then you could find everything from there. I have a YouTube channel, but you can find it from there. And thanks. That's sweet of you.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, and I will see you guys all next time.
Yeah.
Bye.